Hey, Tyler from Less Annoying Business here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to buy a domain name for your business. By domain name, I mean, www.yourcompany.com or something along those lines. If you've already got a domain name, if you've purchased it in the past, you can probably skip this video. But if you're doing my course on how to build a website for your business, you're probably going to need to figure out where you bought it from, because in the next step, we're going to need to log in there. If you don't know what I'm talking about with that course, I'll put a link in the description below where I just walk you through how to set up a whole website. Okay, so assuming you don't have a domain name, here we go. There are a lot of companies out there that let you buy domain names. They're called domain name registrars. I personally like Hover. It's really simple and straightforward, and it's a company I trust. So let's use them for this example. Hover.com, it's pretty straightforward. You just figure out, you type in what domain name you want here. And so ideally it's yourcompany.com or something like that. So let's say I'm starting, I'm making this video as part of a hosting course, a website hosting course. So let's say I want to buy hostingcourse.com. I just type it in here. And basically it's either going to be available or it's not. What this is saying here is hostingcourse.com is for sale. I want to be clear, that does not mean it's available. That means someone else owns it and they're willing to sell it to me. Normally that's going to be pretty expensive. So I would generally default to only go with something that's not currently being used. So this is taken. I can't go with hostingcourse.com. I can scroll down and see some other options here. Apparently hostingcourse.net is available and some of these other ones. One website that, so what you can do is just come in here and keep playing around, keep trying things out. You can decide for yourself, is getting a .net or .org just as good for you? I personally like to get the .com if I can. So you can keep trying stuff until you find something that's available. A website that I think is really helpful is Lean Domain Search. And what this website does, it just helps you find an available name. So if businesscourse.com is what I wanted, let's say the word course is what you pick one term and you search for that. And if that's the main term for me, then it just gives me a ton of ideas. And all of these domain names are available, or at least they were recently. So you can kind of look through this and maybe just get some ideas, and you can even kind of filter it and stuff like that. So this is a fun website for finding domain names. Now I still would just come back to Hover, and if you find one you like, go with it. Okay, so in my case, since hostingcourse.com is taken, I'm going to go with businesshostingcourse.com, and I'll search for that. And hooray, it's available. Businesshostingcourse.com is available. So I'm actually going to buy this on the spot right now, and you can watch it. Now, I didn't want you to sit here watching me fill out a bunch of info, so I already created my account and entered billing info, so you're not going to have to sit through that, but I think you probably are pretty familiar with what that basically is. So this is going to cost $13. I'm going to add it to my cart. Then I'm ready to check out. So I'll just come up here, and it's going to show this info. All these other options, normally when you buy a domain name, they're going to try to upsell you. Hover's actually better than almost any other one. If you go to GoDaddy, they're going to put you through so many steps trying to sell you other crap. Don't buy it, basically, is my advice. You are going to want email for this domain name probably, but I wouldn't host it with the domain registrar. I would either use Google Workspace or Microsoft Office 365 for that. And I'm going to make another video explaining how to do that. So it's a little more expensive, but well worth it in my opinion. Okay, so I'm not going to go for any of the upsells, and I'm just going to click secure checkout here. It's going to kind of confirm all my stuff. And like I said, I already put my info in, so I don't have to fill that all out right now. Now, sometimes when you buy a domain name, there can be a little bit of waiting because it's actually like registering this. There's all this technical stuff going on in the back end, but that's basically the end of the process. Like, boom, I just bought a domain name. Now, the next step is, so I own it, but it's not doing anything. If I go to, businesshostingcourse.com, it wouldn't actually work. So the next step is to manage my domain. Every website registrar, every domain registrar is going to be different here. So the exact interface is going to vary. But normally, once you have a domain name like this purchased, you're going to be able to log into that registrar, and there's going to be some kind of section for changing the DNS. This is, it's technically complicated. I'm going to make another video for the next item in this course, and that's going to explain how to actually set these values up. But you basically want to at least make sure you know where they are. Where's the DNS stuff? Even if you don't understand what's going on here, this is where you need to go if you want to set up email hosting or website hosting for your domain. Okay, I hope that all made sense. Let me know if you have any questions. See ya.